We're going to wander past Maserati, which didn't, to my knowledge, show much new this year. However, it's Maserati and always worth a look. So the car we're about to see, TTAC folks, is the Mazda 3, which is probably the other big star of the show, along with the Jeep. As we wander over to it, I saw it 2 nights ago in Hollywood, and I felt that the sedan looks pretty good. The hatchback, I'm still on the fence about. So there it is. There's your all-new Mazda 3. And the red one on the stand is probably the one we want to talk about the most here, because it's the most controversial, whether the sedan looks good. Some people I've talked to like it. Others think it's got what I call Sir Mix-a-Lot rear end here. And you'll notice that it's all new, not 2019 or 2020, because Mazda hasn't told us yet. Up close with this color, I like it. But I think that C-pillar is a little weird. I think that rear window needs to be bigger. I think the weird upsweep on the rear door, it may look cool, but it's going to make the passengers in the back feel, what's the word I'm looking for? Cramped, that sort of thing, packed in a little too tight. So that's the Mazda 3. There'll be 5 engines available globally. We don't know what's coming to America just yet, but my guess would be the 2-liter 4-cylinder Skyactiv X and the 2.5-liter as well. And you can get it with a manual transmission and all-wheel drive. And we're going to keep wandering on through the show here. Just a few more minutes left of this Facebook Live before we head on out back to our homes in the frozen north. And there's not much new at Volkswagen. There's a concept over here, the Buzz, the ID Buzz. Which is basically a cool-looking camper van. And we've got one more car for you, ladies and gentlemen, out on the internet. We're going to wander over to Lincoln and check that one out. It's just a bit across the way here. So this area of the show is a bit quiet this year. Chevy didn't show anything in LA. Audi just showed a concept. GMC doesn't have anything for this show. They may in Detroit, but not here. Jaguar doesn't have anything new as well. There's nothing wrong with that. Not every automaker has a car launched at every auto show. It depends on product cycles and that sort of stuff. And obviously Jaguar's a fairly small automaker. So we are going to head across the way. And I can't even see where it is right now because there's so many different booths. It's over this direction. We're going to check out the all-new Lincoln Aviator, which is the 3rd star of the show. One of the great joys of an auto show is hearing all sorts of different languages and watching people walk through, and everyone's doing different jobs. And this is the cool part of the media days, is it's not getting here before the public, but it's seeing people doing their jobs, engineers, PR people. It's just a different atmosphere than it will be in 2 days when it opens to the public. Actually, they may open to the public tomorrow. And we're going to keep walking through Mini. It's a bit congested in this hall, as this is the luxury car hall for the most part, and people are checking them out. And what's interesting, folks, is a lot of these people are not journalists, even though it's the media days. A lot of these people are OEM employees, dealer employees, that sort of thing. In fact, most of the journalists have left already, and we're going to turn here because the Lincoln is over there. We went down the wrong hallway because it's just too busy. So we're going to sneak through Acura and Cadillac, two of Lincoln's competitors. We're going to go see the Aviator, which could really change things for the brand. Lincoln's been struggling, it's been ailing. The Continental has been not necessarily a bad car. I haven't driven it yet. I like how it looks, but it hasn't really boosted the brand the way it should. The new Navigator I've heard good things about, and now we have the Aviator. A little bit smaller than a Navigator, still has 3 rows. Mid-size SUV, luxury. Interesting things about the Aviator are you can use your cell phone or your smartphone to unlock it, to start it, to drive away in it, which is something that I have weird feelings about. But Lincoln promises that if you drop your phone, lose your phone, get your phone stolen, that you can delete the app remotely and it'll be fine. And then you can use, if your phone battery dies, you can use the keypad to get in, to start the vehicle. They have the black label premium trims, and they have several crazy names for it. I think Chalet is one of the names, Destination, all kinds of weird luxury marketing buzz, which drives me crazy, but Lincoln customers may go gaga over that. I'm waiting to drive this thing. All-wheel drive's available, there's a hybrid available with 600, I think it was something crazy torque number, like 600 pound-feet or something like that. Even the gas twin-turbo V6 has crazy numbers, 400 horse, 400 torque. I don't remember the exact figures off the top of my head, but it's going to be a blast to drive. And we're trying to duck cameras here because it's a popular car to be checked out. As I said, it was the 3rd star of the show, along with the Jeep and the Mazda 3. And we're going to have to wrap this live fairly soon because we have planes to catch. However, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about 2 other vehicles. While we gaze upon the Aviator, there are 2 vehicles we didn't get a chance to see because one of them is in a weird location. Porsche is in its own separate hall, so we didn't see the 911. But I've seen pictures, and it looks fantastic. And the other vehicle that I have not seen, and I'm very angry about, is the Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross, or whatever they want to call it. I'm just angry that they're using the Eclipse name on what should be a sports car, but instead it's a crossover. So really, I think that's a bad marketing decision. That being said, this has been a quick tour of the highlights of the 2018, again I almost said 2019, we're getting close to the end of the year, of the 2018 Los Angeles Auto Show. The big takeaways from the show: Mazda 3, Jeep Gladiator, which I love and want in my driveway, Lincoln Aviator, and Porsche 911. Other big notes: Volkswagen ID Buzz, Honda Passport. That's a big star too of the show. That's kind of, and Toyota. I'm sorry, I almost forgot Toyota. It's the Corollas, and I almost forgot the Hyundai Palisade. So it's kind of been a busy show. My TTAC take is that every car that I've seen at this show looks interesting, and on paper at least, and looks good. We never know until you actually drive one. But there seems to be no shitty cars at this show. The biggest disappointment was that Nissan didn't do much with the Maxima and the Murano, but that doesn't mean they're bad cars. They just didn't change much. And there hasn't been a lot of talk about mobility and all this stuff. There's been a few off-site panels, but not a ton of stuff about cities of the future or anything like that. This show has been about the cars, and the cars have been, as appropriate as we are near Hollywood, the cars have been the stars. Pardon that bad turn of phrase, but it's true. So we're going to sign off here, and we will see you, hopefully from Detroit, as we have planes to catch and a frozen north to return to.